What is happening, folks? Sebastian Quick here, welcoming you back to the Quick and a brand new playthrough of Valheim. Yes, it's that time of year again, getting the itch to dive back into Valheim, so I thought I would share it with you. Now, let's go ahead and jump right in, pick up a few things, make sure kind of get in the groove here, then we can talk about a little more stuff. All kinds of new recipes. Liking it. Let's find out where Eikthyr is. He's right around here. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. Oop. I hit it again. Alright. Let's check behind here. Might be a few little things for us. Some raspberries and some mushrooms. Let's see, put these up here. And first order of business is to collect. Ooh, there's a deer right there. Not to collect the deer. Collect enough items to make a stone axe. I do appreciate the fact that we're starting here right by the water. Easy early access to flint. But we will start with a stone axe, if we can find some stone here. But we will also collect flint, as it appears. I'm going to get more flint than I am stone, apparently. Alright. Ah, there we go. A couple more. More flint. So, anybody who has been following the channel knows that I had a playthrough of Valheim, not a full playthrough, but a partial playthrough of Valheim earlier this year. So you might be asking yourself, hey, why didn't you just jump back into that world? And, funny story, I did. But, because if you've also been following the channel, you would know that I've been doing a lot of Windrose videos lately. And it turns out Windrose combat is significantly different than Valheim combat. And all of my time in Windrose has somewhat degraded my combat skills in Valheim. So, that combined with the fact that I had, in my previous playthrough, I had just entered the swamp. Well, you can imagine how that went. And I decided that the best way to combat this was actually to start a new playthrough and kind of use that as a method of easing my way back into Valheim. So here we are. Alright, I think I should have enough to create. Nope. We need. What do we need? We need one tiny little more stick. Give me a stick. So, I did not want to deny my desire to play Valheim, and it's always fun to start a new game. It's like putting on a nice old sweatshirt, comfortable old sweatshirt. I like the fact that there's a lot of deer around here, even if there's nothing I can really do about them right now. Here we go. Stone axe. Lovely. Right where we want. Okay, let's actually make. Let's actually get some proper wood rather than collecting a bunch of sticks on the ground. Oh, let's have a little bite to eat too, so we can get some decent stamina. So yeah, as I alluded to earlier, I've been playing a lot of Windrose lately. Had several videos up about that. Probably going to take a pause on that and primarily concentrate on Valheim here for a bit. Definitely still enjoying Windrose. It's a great game. Probably one of the best new games I've played this year so far. I did find myself in the position of wanting to play Windrose when I was not in a real position to record it. So I found myself doing a second playthrough, and just the way things work, I ended up sinking more time into that than I did my recorded playthrough, so I'm probably a little over, well, probably about 2/3 of the way through. I've almost completed the second biome in Windrose in my other playthrough. So the initial playthrough, the recorded one, became a little redundant. So gonna continue playing Windrose in the background. Probably eventually release a kind of like a impressions, early access impressions slash kind of pseudo review, talking about what I like, what could use some work. But that will come a bit later. For now, we will be messing around with Valheim here. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Alright, well, let's go ahead and do a workbench so we can start on that. I am tempted to build on the island over there, but for the moment I think I will just plop a little workbench over here, maybe? Can't do it too close to the stones there. It's a minor downside to being close to stones, being close to these stones, but I will take that. Alright. Build. Oh, let's see. Let's put it right over here, I guess. Here's my bench. This looks pretty good. And of course we will have to enclose it. This is one thing I wouldn't mind seeing changed when Valheim goes 1.0, is the fact that you have to put a roof over it. It's not a big deal, but it can be a bit of an annoyance. The rules for what constitutes an enclosed space are a little vague, and it can sometimes be a little, let's say, a little twitchy. But I think we're looking pretty good here. Oop, going the wrong way. And that looks correct. Alright, let's see if it works. It does. Lovely. Alright, so what do we got? Let's go. Okay, we want to make a flint axe, so we need more wood already, okay? Let's get ourselves a flint. Oh, we also want some. We want to get some leather scraps so that we can make ourselves a nice flint spear eventually. We need quite a bit more flint to do that, but we can get the leather scraps right here. Provided we don't die. There we go. Alright. No problem. Alright, we should have two. Great. And we also now have some boar meat that we can cook up. Oh, let's also get while we're right here, let's take this tree. So yeah, anybody who is looking for a new survival game, anybody who isn't immediately turned off by pirates, I would definitely suggest Windrose. It is very polished for a new early access game. Has a lot of cool quality of life features. Is great. The visuals are great. The ship-to-ship combat is very good. The melee ranged combat is also good. It's a little bit. Let's see. The ranged combat is a little. Maybe you can say that's also a little finicky, or can be. It's somewhat unforgiving. So you really do have to kind of keep on your toes. You can, if you're not careful, you can, even as a higher level character, you can die to lower level mobs. It is not unheard of. Usually if you're only being stupid. And one thing I do like about it is trees, when you're chopping down trees will hurt you when they fall, so there really aren't that many games that do that. I think that's kind of a fun little thing. Alright, we should have enough now to do some good stuff. What are we doing for flint? Okay, we'll see how that goes. We definitely want a flint axe. And we would also like a flint spear, but I think we need one more flint. Yeah, we need one more flint. But outside of that, we're in good shape. So let's grab that last flint. Should be one not... Oh, there we go. And then we can start collecting some good stuff. Like that deer over there. Flint spear right there. Alright. Looking good. Alright, what is our next repair while we're here? Oh, we're going to replace this. We do not need that anymore. Alright, what is our next goal? Our next goal is to cook up some of this meat. So let's make a... Oh, you know what? We probably need more... we may need more stone. Yep, need one more stone, I think. Let's go this way. We can see if we can get this deer on our way to getting more stone. We've already traveled down this way, but we're going to need some more flint as well. Take care of that. Okay. Let's get our spear out. And sneak mode. Now, I'm not the best with the spear, so we'll see how this goes. Oh, you little bugger. Don't scare off this deer for me. I think we're okay. Yeah, we're okay. I know there's a lot of drop off with the spear, so let's go that. Is that gonna do it? Ooh, not bad. Some more flint over here. We're looking. Oh, there's another stone. There's a stone we needed to make a fire. And there we go. Alright, anything else around here worth poaching while we're out and about? I generally try to avoid neck. They're not generally worth it at this point. We've already got better meat, and the only other thing that their tails are useful for, as far as I can tell, is potions. I think poison resistance, maybe? Ooh, nice berries here. This might be enough for me to mark. Oh, another stone in case we need that. I think we're going to mark this berry patch. Yeah, let's drop a marker down on this one. Let's see, we'll do a dot and call it berries. Not too far. Worth it for a little jaunt. Is that? Oh, it's another neck. Alright, any more deer around here? There's one way over there. I'm not sure I want to go quite that far afield at the moment, unless there's more than one. Oh, some boar here. Let's get these boar. Leather scraps. Leather scraps are in high demand early on, so we'll take any opportunity to... Oh, it's fun. Boy, that guy's cold. Just let... oh, it's a 1 star. Careful. Oh, that is a little low. Guess. Alright, let's eat. Ate the wrong thing there. Alright, excuse me. These guys getting a little spread out here. Sorry, my voice is going here. One thing I like about the spear is it doesn't have the knockback that the axe does, so it's a little bit easier to kill things. Not easier so much as less of a pain in the butt. All right, let's get this last boar, and then we'll scoot back to the bench and cook up some more meat. Should have a good collection now. Plus it's getting dark. Plus we get this guy coming in hot. Dude, seriously? Oh, that's me. Alright, let's put down a little fire here. Let's see, maybe... Probably too close. Right there, I guess. And... put down some... do that. Alright, so we have 8 boar meat and a couple of deer meat. Let's cook it all up. Alright, so... Alright, what do we want to do now? You know what we could do? We could build out our little shelter here. Let's make a hoe and flatten it out so we can... Oh, I gotta repair that. Little bugger really went to town on my base here. My makeshift base. Alright, I think that's a good start. Alright, so what I'm going to do is... Probably going to run out of wood here, but do what we can. We just put a couple of roof sections here. Yep, yeah. I'm out of wood. Alright, we can chop a tree in the dark. Very dark. Be nice if there was a bit more of a way to way to control which way the... I feel like as you're... Whoa, a domino effect here. I feel like as your what is it called? Wood cutting. As your wood cutting skill increases, you should be able to a bit more reliably control which way the logs fall. Be kind of a cool little benefit. Alright. So we're gonna get 2 trees worth of wood. Get the stumps as well. Did we get the other stump? No. We'll find out when it's light again. Another thing that I'm really hoping they do for 1.0 is do some improvements in the inventory. I think that's probably, it feels like it's probably the single, you know what I did? I burned up all night. Another thing that is different about Windrose is you don't have to worry about your stuff burning. But now I have some charcoal, so there you go. So I'm going to try to... Alright, I just muted my mic so I could clear my throat there without destroying your eardrums. Alright, looks like my mic's back on, so that is good. Alright, well, let's go ahead and cook up the rest of my food here. That's it, yeah. Yeah, unfortunate we lost 6 meat, but we'll get it back. We're not... I just gotta watch it to make sure I don't do that again. Alright, let's do a couple of these and put a couple of these down. Alright, now we have a nice little shelter here. Oh, I see my food is done. Alright, I should have 2 and 2, 2 and 2. Alright. We ran out of mushrooms, but that's okay. We've got a couple of different bits of food here. These guys are relentless. Which reminds me, while we're right here, we can repair some stuff. That is fine. Alright, let's put down a little bed. Maybe over here? Let's do it over here, away from the fire. Should be sheltered enough. Nope, it's not. Alright, maybe... Still not. Maybe it does want to be next to the fire. Nope. I feel like this worked the other day. Alright, let's try this. Everything is nice and straight, right? Nope, this isn't gonna work. Does it want balls? Getting a little dark in here. I need some light. Sure. Better? Worse? Better? Worse? Okay, better. A little tight, but it'll do for now. The other thing I'd like to do, if I have enough, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch sides over here, put this on this side, and it's gonna light my... how are we doing for resin? We're doing fine. Let's, gonna... Actually, let's do this. This is what I was trying to do. I wanted to put down a little chest so I can start stowing some stuff away. Put that there, and... stick it right... That's good. Alright. So, we can now get our rested bonus, which is key. What else can we do that we want to do? Not much at the moment. Alright, speaking of stowing stuff away, we do not need to carry that around. Don't need that. Those... I mean, we don't need to carry around any of this stuff, but... we do want those. I might as well hold on to everything else in our hotbar. So now the question is, do I want to sleep through the night, or do I want to just do some additional gathering here? Why don't I just get a little more wood? I'm going to need that eventually anyway. Let's take this one with our new flint axe. The other thing that, because in windrows the trees can damage you, they can also damage nearby trees, so you get the same fun domino effect sometimes in windrows, but it's kind of cool. We didn't get it that time. Oh. Did I lose a... Huh. Ow. That's weird. There should be one... Where's the other half of this log? There we go, day 2. Should be another half of a log, right? Did it go somewhere else? Oh, here's that other stump. We can take care of this while we're here. Is that what we get from one tree? I guess? Am I going crazy here? Am I losing it? Oh, is that it over there? No, that's just an old one. It's an old log. Alright, well, I guess it'll... Oh, there it is. It's up there. Wow. Really... How did it get up that high? Kind of wild. I'm going to leave it there for now, I guess. I don't necessarily need all this wood right now. Alright, well, let's go hunting, do a little exploring. Keep an eye out for deer and boar. Get our spear ready. And let's go ahead and have some food. Oh, what did I do? Oh, okay, we're still... Wow, I got plenty of health. I really need some more stamina. As soon as that mushroom runs out, we'll get our strawberries. Okay. Keep an eye out for deer. Still waiting for that, still waiting for the announcement on when 1.0 will come out. There have been hints. It's widely expected that 1.0 will come out sometime this year. Although exactly when is still a mystery. Most people think it's going to be sometime in Q3. Not too far. It'll be interesting to see how much lead time they give us. I don't think it'll be a shadow drop, which means basically, you know, within a week, or just, you know, without any announcement. I don't think they would do that, but you never know. This fog isn't helping, I gotta say. I wonder if it makes it harder for the mobs to see us. That would be nice. Alright, let's cut inland a little bit here. We're not having much luck along the coast. This is a very swampy area, a lot of lowland. Let's check this out. Collect all this flint. Any chance we get anything in here? Nope, no chance we get a nothing. Definitely keep my eyes out for axe parts. It'd be kind of cool to get the early axes. I'm hearing deer, but I cannot see them. Let's see. Can't see anything. No boar, no deer. Oh, more strawberries. This is another good patch, but it's a little further away. I'm not sure it's worth the effort. A very good patch. What did I get? I got like 10. How far away are we? Not too far. Yeah, let's go ahead and mark it. Between this one and the other one, that's... well, it is far away. That's alright. Apologies for not muting my mic on that one. I tried to do it quiet. Alright, let's see, come on. Is the fog burning off? I feel like the fog is burning off. Slowly. Maybe. Maybe not. Alright, well I don't expect to find any deer out here in the open, but, you know, some boar would be nice. I would take that. Oh, there we go. There's some boar down here. Alright. Oh, another one down there. Oh, did I get a... was that a... Nope. Thought I saw a trophy drop. But apparently not. Alright, I'm not sure I want to swim across there. Probably don't... oh, speaking of which, get our strawberry on. Stones. Oh. Snuck up on this little guy. Just a single lone boar. Oh, deer over there. Oh, we scared one, but not the other one. Except now we got this guy to deal with. Let's see, yeah, okay, there's one still there. I think that's good. Right about there? Alright. There's the deer. Can we get him? It's probably not a great bet. We'll wait for him to reset. Oh, well, not gonna wait, but we'll let him reset and come back later. It's hard enough to hit a deer, a moving deer with a bow, let alone a spear, I would assume. Spears are, I think, a little slower. Travel a little bit slower. Alright, how are we looking here? I'm going to try to keep these videos a little on the shorter side compared to what I was getting with Windrose, which those videos, I tend to lose myself in Windrose, and the videos can stretch to multiple hours or close to multiple hours. So I'm going to try to keep these a little shorter. Alright, let's circle back down toward... oh, let's go over this way a little bit. Check out these fjords, these mini fjords. Alright, this feels like deer area. Let's keep an eye out. Let's get our spear ready. Anything? There's our humble abode. Very humble. Ah! Guy snuck up on me. Well, we got ourselves a neck. Oh boy. This fog is really hanging on. Alright, let's just take a quick look around the camp. And then we'll go back and sort through... ooh, right there. Hello. Don't feel rested anymore. That's fine. Okay... yeah. I'm getting better. Ooh, we got a cook this time. You little bugger. Two little buggers. Nice thing about the necks is they die pretty easily. Alright, another deer. What do we have for deer hide? Oh, only two. Have we only gotten 2 deer? I guess so. Anything over here? Nope. Alright, let's see what we got. Stack some stuff. Let's cook some food. Not let it burn this time. Oh, we can stack... oh, actually we're out of space now, aren't we? Should we do another chest? We could do... actually, do we have enough wood? Alright, let's go ahead and do another chest. We're going to need it eventually anyway. So what I think I'm going to do for this playthrough is... I think I'm going to separate the episodes by activity. I think I'm going to do like this type of episode where I'm, you know, fighting and exploring and stuff like that, you know, typical stuff in episodes. Then I'll have separate episodes where I'm building. I don't know if anybody cares to watch me build, but just in case people do, they will have that option, and people that don't care to watch me build can simply skip those episodes. So it seems like a good way to handle that. Alright, why don't we put that right about there. We can put our foodstuffs in here, so let's grab... oh, I cooked up... that's what I did. I cooked up the necktails. Not what I would have chosen to do, but... Alright, let's do kind of... We'll do crafting bits in here, and for now, we'll do... miscellaneous in the other chest. Alright, let's go ahead and cook up the deer meat, I suppose. Alright, looking good. Put that in here. Alright, we've got a ways to go before we can do armor. To find a fair number more deer. But we are on our way. Alright, we are looking good for food right now. I am... here we go. Fog is burning off. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna... You know, we also don't really need... I guess that goes over here. We don't need our hoe. Bringing the hoe around. Honestly, now that we have proper weapons, we don't need the torch. Alright, we got some decent inventory space now. Alright, we can actually see. Let's see, what do we want to do next? Do we want to make a bow? I am always... Oh, we need leather scraps. What do we have for leather scraps? We have enough leather scraps. We could make a bow. I'm always tempted to make a bow, even though getting better at the spear, bow is just easier. Let's do it. We're gonna need it eventually. And we're also going to want to... What do we need to do to level up? We need to make a... Right, flint and wood. How much flint do we have? We have plenty of flint, and I think we need just a bit more wood. So... Oh. Oh, okay. I had this... that's right, we found that over here. I had that vision of that missing log somehow getting way over there. Alright, let's take this down, I guess. Okay, good. It went the other way. Nice. Hate it when the logs fall into the water. Just makes chopping and gathering them can be a bit of a chore. Alright, I feel my skill in wood chopping improving. I feel like these are already taking less time than typical. Yeah. Alright, we've got a good collection of wood now. We have, yeah, almost 50. 41. Alright, and we were gathering wood because... What do we want to make? We made the bow, and we wanted to make something else. Well, we need arrows. We could... Why can't... Where? Oh, feathers. I need feathers. No, I have some feathers. Why can't I make flint... Aren't flint arrows a thing? Or am I making things up? Am I hallucinating? I could have sworn flint arrows were a thing. I have feathers. Maybe I need more feathers, but then it should show up. I have feathers, wood, and flint. That? Oh, that's what we were doing. Okay, I need the next level up. I need to make a little Chopping block. Where should we do it? Is that close? Nope, not close enough. That is close enough. Let's put it on the side here. What about there? Alright, here we go. There's my fire arrows and flint arrows. Yeah, flint head arrows. Beauty. Alright, we can do... let's do... I don't feel like I need fire arrows yet. Not even honey. What do I need for fire arrows that I don't have? I need more resin. Well, I can't do it anyway, so... let's do 2 stacks of flint arrows. Oh, I can't. I can do 1 stack. Alright, so we gotta go hunting for some birds, among other things. Let's deposit these. Alright, let's go. Geez, is it already getting dark? Or am I... what's going on here? Alright, so birds and deer is what we're hunting for. But we will take boar as well. Seagulls. We need more. Question is, do I want to hunt them with my arrow, or do I want to hunt them... I guess it'll depend on the distance. Yeah, it is getting dark already. It seems to be a really fast day. Alright, we should find some birds out in the open here. Not true. Gotten a little quiet at dusk. Plenty of neck, though. Save the neck for me, Clark. Will do, Eddie. Him. OCD bound to pick up any flint I see. Alright, I guess we will just poke around here a bit more. We're getting to the edges of where we've explored. But as soon as we start getting a little on the cold side, I think we'll head back and take a little nap. Nap through the night. Oh dear. Alright. Should we go for the... let's try the bow. What the heck? That's about right. A little low, but it did the job. Yeah, alright, we're cold. We are officially cold. I wandered a bit further than I intended here. Yeah, I did. Alright, let's wander our way back then. Luckily... oh, there's a bird up there. Luckily, the nights in Valheim are fairly forgiving, at least in the meadows. They get a bit more dicey in the Black Forest. Oh, that was too high. I think I'm closer than I think I am there. Yeah, it's just the size kind of fooled me there for a second. Alright, cool. We'll be able to make some more arrows. We are probably getting close to being able to create our first bit of armor. I think we may be 1 deer hide short. We will find out soon. I have a I have a monitor off to my left that is creating a little glare. Alright, there is the base. I will fix that in a moment. These guys. Alright. We are back. Alright. That in there, maybe cook up. Do you want to cook? Yeah, we'll cook it up. Oh, we're gonna take a look at what we've got. No, we're too short. We need 6 hide to make a piece. We can make a stack of fire arrows though. We have 8 resin. Not that we really need to right now. Alright. Take a little nap. See what the next day brings for weather. Sunny, clear, rainy. My understanding is that the weather is the same for every world. Every world you create, the weather is, the day-to-day weather is always going to be the same. So for instance, the first couple of days are going to be clear, maybe foggy, like we saw, but like, say for instance, this is day 3, right? Just saw that. Day 4 is always, for instance, day 4 was always going to be rainy, regardless of the world you create, which is kind of interesting. All right, let's go with like that. Very nice. Boar over here. Oh, another deer as well. Okay. Let's do the spear this time. I think that's too high. Nope, got him. Alright, well so far so good. A couple of deer and a boar. A bit better than the other day. Alright, let's circle back around over here. That looks like a deer right there, not far from our little base. I'm tempted to take a shot from here just to see if I can make it. It's a little tricky with the crude bow. It doesn't have quite the accuracy. I think this is good enough. Always goes a little left, so you have to compensate. Once you know how to compensate for it, it's actually pretty useful. I hate a lot of people they favor the spear over the bow, but I'm not entirely buying it. I think it's probably the best melee weapon early on. Probably better than the axe for actual melee combat, but dude. There was a boar here climbing up on rocks. Another boar over here. This is turning out to be quite the hunt. Yeah, I do like the lack of knockback with the spear. You don't have to chase them, so to speak. Another one over here. Alright, oh, I heard a deer. Nope, caught that one out of the corner of my eye just like a split second before he saw me. Could not do anything about it. Okay, so one of the deer, no, that's a neck. Of course, knockback can be useful with certain mobs. Ah, here we go. Oh, that was weird. He started to run before he noticed us. Alright, more berries. Dude, I am scaring these guys left and right. Oh, there's another one over there on my left. Alright, got two. Pretty good. Alright, that's the guy I just scared off. Wow, 8. So I think... Alright, we're not going to be able to run him down, are we? I don't have the stamina right now. Not that I'd be able to do it anyway, but... Anyway... Oh, we are close. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the... where we're going to fight Eikthyr, where we're likely going to fight Eikthyr. So it's right up ahead. I don't see it yet. Right, those guys will reset when we come back. We can probably have a better chance of taking them out. Where? Oh, there it is. Huh. Well, this is interesting. Usually, these stones are a bit more useful for hiding behind, but because it's kind of stuck in this little hollow here, this little bowl, it may be a bit more difficult to kind of hide from Eikthyrs' lightning attack. I'll have to check that out. Alright. We have a starred deer here, so let's... right over his head. Alright, that was a solid shot. Nope, that was a bad shot. So this guy hasn't moved yet. Oh, he moved that time, didn't he? No, I had a chance there, but I could not take advantage. Alright. Well, we will swing back. See if we can get those guys on the way back. Hunt his kin. Well, I already done that. That'd be fun if I summoned him right now. I have the... I have the trophies. But think it's still a little early. I have no armor. I think I have like 1 armor, right? But yeah, 1 armor. That's not gonna work. I feel like I've got to at least have full leather armor upgraded like at least once. Alright, there should be a couple hanging around here, so let's keep our eyes out. Keep our collective eyes open. Yeah, I'm gonna forget the first time I fought Eikthyr, it did not go particularly well. I have no idea what to expect. Probably went in under-geared. And I'm sure I died at least once. But once you kind of figure that stuff out, it actually becomes a pretty easy fight. I mean, I've gone into that fight with like fully upgraded gear, and when you do that, got him moving. When you do that, it's he can barely. Honestly, he can barely damage you with any of his attacks. So... thought I saw a deer somewhere over here. Guess not. Alright, let's take one last look right around our little base here. And then we will do a little bit of crafting and then... oh, hello, starred one. Oh, no, no, no! Oh, I feel like that was close. No. Alright, let's go over here. He'll come back in a second. I chased him. Alright, what do we got? We have got... yeah, we can do a couple pieces of armor here. Let's do that. Alright, so we have a rag tunic, provides a modest amount of armor, so let's go with leather trousers and a leather helmet. And then we'll do a proper leather tunic. I didn't want to take that off. This is what I want to do. I want to put it on. Alright. From 1 to 5. Take that. What does it take to upgrade? Is it another 6? Oh, you know what? I think, yeah, bones. So it's going to be a while before I can upgrade that leather armor. But, can I should be able to upgrade my 2 weapons. So, let's grab that and that. That's all I need. Yeah, so let's upgrade our flint axe and flint spear. Or bow. Spear. Might be able to do both. Yeah. Alright, that chewed up a lot of resources, but we are in decent shape. Alright. Did this guy make it back? That's him over there, isn't it? Huh. He did not make it back. Alright, can we hit him? From here? Perched on our log. I'm gonna upset those neck over there. Probably. Nope, maybe not. Yeah, they're all up in arms. Oh, hello. Looky what we've got over there. Yeah. We have a... Now I do want to be careful. I'm a little low on food. You know what? There's really no reason for me to not eat. I have plenty of items here. Plenty of food items. So, we have some lean-tos here which we can harvest for core wood. I want to make sure I pick up all the flint I can too, so I can continue to upgrade my gear. So, what we're going to do here is put down a crafting bench and then gather ourselves some core wood, which we will need eventually to make some fun stuff. See, now that we have core wood, we will be able to make stag breaker. Alright, we've got everything, correct? There we go. Take that down. Over there too. Two mushrooms. How much should we get? Ooh, 6 core wood, not bad. So I guess, yeah, 2 side ones and then a two cross beams, or actually 4. 4 posts and 2 cross beams. Forget what we need specifically to make a stag breaker, but it's significantly more core wood. So we'll have to come across like 3 or 4 of those to have enough. But it's a start. And another fun fact, you don't need, even though core wood naturally occurs in the Black Forest, you don't need an upgraded, you don't need a bronze axe to harvest it. You can harvest it with a flint axe. Speaking of which, have we seen any sign of Black Forest yet? I don't remember seeing anything, but no. So this is where we flew in. Even not even down here am I seeing any Black Forest. This is where we flew in on the Raven. Nope, no Black Forest yet. Alright, well, let's deposit our goodies. We'll put resin, I think, in the other chest. With that. Alright, so we're gonna have to make that that new chest pretty soon, or get that deer. Last one. Oh, there's 2 right there. Last ones, I promise. Oh, if you go far enough away, I won't scare your friend when I kill you. So... that should work out nicely. 1 and 2. Did I get him? Got him, right? Yeah, okay. Jeez, I might now be able to... Was this a starred one? No, I guess not. I was thinking I might now be able to make that leather tunic, but we will see. It's going to be one shot. Yep. Not happening. Maybe with my bow, but... Alright, so where were we? Oh wow. I am virtually swimming in deer meat. Yeah, we're going to need yet another chest. But I think I'm going to... I think we'll call it quits here. It's sun is setting. This is a good time as any to, as I say, call it quits. And start thinking about where we want to have our little house, as opposed to our little our little dirt shelter here. Anyway, thanks folks for joining me at the beginning of my new Valheim playthrough. We'll see how far it goes. I'm pretty excited to get back into it. Already feeling like I'm getting back into the combat. Obviously, the Meadows doesn't provide much of a challenge, but hey, it's a good place to start. So anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Until next time, I will talk to you later.